Alright, so what we got here is some more Walmart clearance stuff. These just randomly pop up, found in the back rooms at Walmart, the storage areas. I mean, I've accidentally found 2 of these so far. I know damn well the store that I found this one out, it's never been out there before. Because what's distinct about these is you'll see them on the shelf, and this is a compressor. See, air compressor. And when you look at it, you see no motor. But it's saying it's a 1/2 horsepower, 1.1 at 90. So you're like, when you go to buy it, you know, it says air compressor, but there's no motor. So you look at the box, no motor. Look at the box, no motor. Look at the box, no motor, no motor, no motor. So you're like, how the hell is this a compressor? Because all they do is they just show you this side. Well, the motor's on this side. So anyway, these, you'll just find them sitting at Walmart's, and they're at $19. So I grabbed one of these. This is the second one I grabbed. But this particular one has a problem. As you see, there's power. Plug it in. Nothing happens. I believe this is supposed to light up. So that's a good sign, and maybe it's got a bad circuit breaker, a bad fuse or something. So we're gonna have to open this up. It looks like we got a screw here and a screw there. And this plastic comes up and out, and then we'll see what's going on. And as you see, I have it on the on position. It's not because I'm using a wacky plug. There's no power going to this thing. Alright, so you loosen those screws, and then you just pull the plastic forward a little because there's these clips. You just pull this forward like that, and it'll come out. And here's your switch. And look, we got a fuse. So like I was saying, that light on that switch was not lit up, so it was looking real good. Here's your PSI sensor. It auto shut off. Let's get this over there. That fuse looks pretty blown to me. Well, it's hard to see it. Let's see if we could zoom right into it. It's focusing. You could see. I don't know if you could. In person, I can see balls of burned up stuff in there. So yeah, that fuse is blown. I'll take it out in a second as soon as I can get this thing to stop zooming in. Let's see. Can we take it out with this? There we go. Watch it not be blown. Oh yeah, that's totally blown. So the question is, why is the fuse blown? And do I have one? Let's see, we got a coolant fan on here. Got a coolant fan on here. So we gotta make sure to avoid that when I go to turn this thing on later. Inspect the board, see if any like burn marks. Where's the board? And maybe on camera the white there looks like something, but I don't think it does. I'll look closer in a second. this is moving. The fan is moving. And I think, so we see the fan moving. I think that might be all attached. So if this fan is moving, that means that the piston is going up and down in here. So it doesn't appear to be seized up. So we're not sure why the fuse is blown. I mean, it does look like someone had this at one point, because I see rust there, but even though these things are still on, but that doesn't mean shit, because I usually just leave those on too. I mean, I see rust down in there, as if someone had owned this before, maybe returned it. Possibly the fuse blew because they left it running for too long. So let's see, what amperage is this thing? Looks like an 8 amp. That seems pretty big. Well, again, it's a Moser. So an 8 amp. Let's see if I find, I don't know where I have these fuses. Okay, so I have a 5 amp. 5 amp. I do have an 8 amp, but I don't want to put that in yet. I have a 5 amp. I'm going to put that in there first. See, it doesn't take 8 amps to run this. 8 amp is your safety. This should run off of 5 amps. So if this instantly blows the 5 amp, I know I have a different problem, and then I can save my 8 amp for when I fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and we could see on that board that when that 8 amp burned, it really burned the board pretty good. Let's put the 5 amp in. Get this away from the fan. Let's kind of hold that away from the fan. And let's get this some power. Yeah, we're gonna have to lift this up. All right, that switch is on off. All right, let's turn the switch to on. And we instantly blew the fuse. All right, so we have a problem here that I need to figure out. All right, so I'm gonna have to take off their circuit board and see why we instantly blew that fuse. Let's see, we got black, white, red. All right. All right. So I have the motor disconnected. Oh, stupid. Damn it. Damn phone. I have the motor disconnected. The switch doesn't matter. That's an on-off switch. When the pressure gets certain high, it cuts off power. The switch doesn't matter. That's connecting. I don't think the capacitor matters. So I put a 1 amp fuse in there. With everything disconnected, I turn it on, it instantly blows. So what that is telling me is the bridge rectifier, or whatever this circuit is, that's bad. So I'm gonna need to take this heat sink off and see what the hell that is, and then see how much it costs. And if it costs too much, then we replace it. The yellow thing is a capacitor. Don't think it's bad. .1 farad capacitor. Don't think that's the bad part. And I could desolder it and see what happens. All right, but I can't. I can't see the parts being more than $5, but we'll see. Okay, so we got the cap out, and let's see if that fuse blows this now. If the fuse does blow, then it's definitely that bridge. And here we go. Listen. And it blew. So the bridge is bad, so I got to take that. Got to desolder that and take that off and see how much that costs. All right, and now I could put this puppy back on. As I go and throw all wires on top of the desoldering thing. That was kind of stupid. Luckily nothing was actually sitting on it, buddy. All right, so now we got this removed. I got a 1 amp fuse in there, and let's watch what happens now. Just to prove I'm right. Plugging it in. It is plugged in, fuse did not blow. Let's go. It is this bridge rectifier. This bridge rectifier is a BR1010. So, we got some BR1010s in here. And Mouser. I think they're going to charge you like $5 shipping and handling because you're ordering a tiny component. I checked eBay. I don't see anybody good with them. I mean, some people trying to rip you off. Alright, so I'm going to have to try to do Mouser or the other electronic places. But it's going to be under $10. It sucks I couldn't find anybody on eBay. Maybe I'll cross-reference it. But usually they put the right things there. But this is the issue. This bridge rectifier is shorted out. Because your sine wave comes in here, then your positive negative comes out here. So it's probably shorted to these two. Let's see if this thing is up. I'm not sure how to test the bridge rectifier. Okay, sine wave is the top ones. Where are you at? Stupid Harbor Freight meter. Let's see. Let's see if we can get down to 0.0. Oh, look at that. Alright. So let's see. Sine wave. And sine wave. And that's 0. That thing is shorted. I think you're supposed to do diode mode for that. But either way. I don't know if diode mode works on this. I'm pretty sure bridge rectifier should not be stupid thing. God damn these stupid freaking Harbor Freight stupid things. Come on, buddy. Really, dude? Is this thing dirty? So anyway, this is going to come up at a 5 because that's what the stupid meter is saying now. 5 is the same as 0 because this stupid meter is not reading right. So anyway, yeah, this thing is shorted across the where it should not be shorted. So this is the burned out component. causing this thing not to turn on. The motor and everything else is fine. We assume. So does that mean that's a DC motor? I should look that up. Can't be DC. All right. All right. So we've got a huge bag of Briggs rectifiers. And let's recap what happened. This did not turn on. Why am I recapping this? Because this is just continuation. All right. So what we found is there's a short. When you do a resistance test, this to this side, this is your AC in. It's a dead short, and that's why the fuse pops as soon as you plug it in. So, the way a Briggs rectifier works is it's 4 diodes. 4 diodes, and they're letting current flow one way. Oh, why am I holding this camera? All right, so they're only letting the AC sine wave. They're changing it from a sine wave to a controlled. So we put this on diode mode, and we're gonna go, I think, positive here, and then there's a diode. Oh, so positive here, then I think there's a diode there. Let's see. If it's not right, we'll see it. It should come up at about 700, I believe. Oops, I'm pressing. I'm on the wrong one. All right. So that's there, and then we should get that same reading here. Positive to sine. No? Yes, no? Yes, no? What am I doing wrong? Am I being stupid? Am I being stupid? Am I going the wrong way? Oh, there we go. Why am I being stupid? Okay. Oh my god, all this tape. OMG. Okay, flowing. God, diode. 600. And I think if you turn this way, it should go. And I think if you turn it this way, it won't go because the current is not flowing in the other direction. Okay. Turn it one more and it should not go because it's limiting the current in the other direction. So now we want to change the flow of current. Negative to this direction should be a 700. Oh, what am I hitting? Oh, I was going all the way across. I was going all the way across, put negative to positive. So that's going to be 2 diodes it's going through. That's why it's 1400. So here, 700. And then to here, 700. All right. And let's go to resistance. Resistance, we'll check that. And here to AC to AC should be 0. That's what we are, 0. What is it? AC for flowing through the diode. Should this be a 0? What are these? Is this thing? I don't think this thing is zeroing out. So let's see what this thing thinks 0 is. A 53. Stupid wires. I don't feel like fixing this stupid Harbor Freight crap. Alright, let's see what 0 is right now. So 0 is actually around 51 ohms. Alright, is current flowing this way, negative to the sine? No. Is it going this way, sine to negative? No? Let's swap these. Sine to negative. AC to negative. Oh, this is not working out well. I just tested this. Let's see, negative to positive. That shouldn't be short either. Which which way is the current flowing? I just did this. The current should be flowing this way. So this, anyway, the current should be flowing this way. It should let current flow this way. Didn't I just check this? Let's see if 550. That's 0. All right. So current is flowing this way. Oh, resistance. So it should flow this way to the positive also, or is it flow over to the negative? Let's see. All right, so that's the same value. It doesn't flow this way, right? Do we have to go negative to this way to get it to flow? All right. So that's how we're checking this. Whatever the 180 is, I guess that's the resistance of the diode. Damn it. So we're going negative to this. And whatever that value, oh, you can't see it, whatever that value is. All right, so the current, negative to positive, positive, current is flowing this way across this. That's why I'm doing positive this way. So you want to do negative, like this. I don't know what that was. You know what that was? And then over on this side, you're going to do positive to the sign. And am I getting that wrong? Am I being stupid? Or is it this way? From the sign. From sign to there. Yeah, there you go. And sine wave to the positive. So anyway, that shows that this thing is good. Or when we go over to this thing, the shot one, sine to sine is a short. That's a short. That one is correct. I think this one's going to be a short. That looks correct. Let's check this way. What are we at? Let's try. I think this meter is just messed up. Yeah, see, that's a dead short. That shouldn't be like that. And that's a dead short. I think when I checked with the other meter, I saw that 2 diodes in this were shot, and I think that's what that's showing. So anyway, this is shot. So I'm going to replace it. And I'm going to cut the legs to match this, and then solder it in. And you know how this goes in, because the circuit board has a blue mark on it, or whatever, a black mark. I can't see it. All right, I gotta take it off. All right, so you've got a black dot, and it also shows the slash, the mark there. And I'm thinking, because this diode doesn't show any signs of why it died, I'm thinking this might have got hit by lightning, because it was obvious somebody owned this before. You see there's rust and dirt. It's possible this got hit by lightning, because that's the kind of stuff that'll happen with lightning. You'll get things like this burn out, but they won't look like there's anything wrong. And then also my guess is from how crazy, I mean, that's a lot of burn for that. Yeah, okay. So I got this thing cut down. I'm gonna put this in there. And they're calling it a BR10 V28. So the BR1010. It's extra. Why is it all white right there? Anyway, all right, I'm gonna put this in. All right, so we got that soldered back on, and we we got some heatsink stuff on there, and now we've got to put the heatsink on. It seems so useless, this heatsink. Doesn't seem like it's big enough to do anything, but whatever. I was thinking of putting a bigger one on, but I don't know where it is right now. I mean, I don't feel like going to look for any. How about now? Okay. All I do is to hold it like this. Alright, so that's on there. And then we need to put that screw on. And the screw is right there. Get a couple of turns onto that thing. I'm not looking to break anything, so that's good enough. Alright. Let's see what size fuse this is. I think it's only a 1 amp. Freaking light. Oh, it's a 1.5. All right, so I'm gonna leave that in there, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect the motor. All right. Oh, what came off? Negative. Let's put the negative back on the motor. Oh, did I miss it? That's not, that's kind of loose now. So let's get that a little tight. Am I zoomed in, buddy? Why am I zoomed in? Ooh, you big stupid. All right. Come on, man. All right. That's on. Okay. So now we have this on the on position. Yeah, the switch is on the on. So I'm going to plug it in, and the fuse should not do anything. The fuse should not pop, because we have a good bridge rectifier now. Okay. And we're good. So this should be fixed. Let me turn this off. All right, we're going to pull that 1 amp out. Oh, frig, the camera got turned. Damn it. All right, I'm going to pull the 1 amp, that out, and put an 8 amp in there. All right. We've got the 8 amp in there. We got the new bridge rectifier in there. We got this thing screwed on. We got the switch off. We're clear of the fan. Now, the reason why I'm saying I think the bridge rectifier got hit by lightning is, you know, things break for a reason. The fuse was blown because the bridge rectifier was short. So the question is, what happened to the bridge rectifier? And we saw that it visibly doesn't look like anything happened to it. It doesn't stink. Usually a component stinks when it burns out or it cracks, but I don't see any of that. Now this is all filled in with epoxy. There's a diode here, diode there, diode there, diode there, and it's filled in. So they're in the middle of this somewhere. And if they overheated, you would see something. You should see something. But I don't see anything. So I'm thinking one of the diodes, or two of the diodes just failed. Now, it looks to me two of the diodes are bad. So how do two diodes go bad at once? And I'm thinking lightning. So I'm hoping it's not the motor and overheating, but it doesn't look like anything overheated. So I'm going to plug this in, and we're going to see what happens. It should just turn on. We have to try to keep the fan clear. All right, here we go. So, it's feeling the motor. I mean, feeling for heat to see if it's overheating or anything. It's cool. Cool. You know, this is a little hot right here, but that's for other reasons. Warm, warm. Let's feel the bridge rectifier. Let me unplug this because even with it off, there is electricity flying through in there. All right, so let me see if I can get my finger down on the bridge rectifier, see if that's hot. No. Nope, it's not hot. All right, so it's all fixed. How do we release this? Oh, I had, let me go get the, those bridge rectifiers, I think were $1.40 each. I think they were $1.40. And what I'm gonna do, the reason why I bought so many, I'm just gonna sell them. And I'm going to sell them for a hefty profit. So this was 19 bucks. I'm gonna sell those. I paid about 25 for those. And I'm probably going to make 40 or 50 off of them. So this is free. This whole project is going to turn out to be free. There you go. The rest of the air. Perfect. So it is fixed. Not a big deal. I really think lightning burned it out. Because two diodes going bad in the bridge rectifier, and there's no signs of anything wrong with it. So there you go. With me selling all these, I am going to make a hefty profit off this. Well, not hefty. This is all going to be totally free. So you just need to learn to fix it. I mean, if you have one of these and it just broke, you could do all the testing that I just did, and you'll find out on that circuit board there's not much going on that at all. This is the only component that can go bad. Well, all right, there was that other yellow one, but that's probably only like $1.50 also. Yeah, so there you go. I'm not sure why there's a bridge rectifier. Is that a DC motor? Yeah, I guess it could be a DC motor because you have pumps. It actually looks as small as a pump, the cheap pumps that you get for your car. You probably could replace them and everything. So anyway, that's fixed, the Briggs Stratton. Not a big deal. I mean, you can try to go find that circuit board, but it's going to cost you some bucks just to find one. So, and I use my MX4 stuff. All right. This can go in the garbage because it's a piece of junk. Or maybe I could cut the diode out and use it to fix that. I don't know what the current is on these. Oh, these are 1,000 volt. They're 10 amp 1,000 volt. I don't know why it requires 1,000 volts. I really don't know why. It could be on some motors, and like on motors when you collapse the coil, there's a backlash of voltage that comes back, and it'll jump and blow the diode, or it'll blow the circuitry. So you put a diode across it to stop it. So it might be used for that purpose also. And the turn off of voltage might be over 500 volts. So you put 1,000 volt backward protection. Because I was tempted to buy the lower voltage ones of these. I mean, there was no reason to. They're all the same damn price. So you might as well just do the 1,000 volt. That's what was in there. So anyway, all fixed, bruh. I just gotta put the plastic back on and clean up all this garage dirt.
You need to upgrade your phone, girl. Hello? Hello?